What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a pretty dull day of Reack content and of course lies of Phil. It was pretty dull yesterday. The only one interesting tidbit that I wanted to talk about was OIC coming back with a vengeance, asserting herself as the super Dent, as the super paid pig. That's right, folks. OIC came in and dropped 70 members. Oh my lord. And dropped over $120 in anonymous tips. That's right, folks. And not only that, she put her foot down and demanded that Phil use her proper pronouns going forward. That's right. And of course, Phil's response was, I'll do it. I don't care. Of course, just make sure you keep tipping me and giving me those memberships. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Rap for what was Sunday, the 24th of September, 2023. As you know, Sundays are my React days, so today was a little bit of a different day. Rather than it being 100% gameplay, we had a fun level 1 podcast where I very much in depth discussed my full feelings about Mortal Kombat 1 after having played it, single player for about a week, about 2 hours of multiplayer previously, and then a full stream of multiplayer the day before. In short, I don't think I'm going to proceed playing the game any further, but if you want my full thoughts and why, please watch the podcast. There was a giant segment about it, and keep in mind this was not a decision I make lightly. I know that there were some people who wanted to see me continue to play it in some capacity. I spent over $120 on it, and only having played it, arguably, if you do the math, 6.5 hours for the story, probably about 3 to 4 hours of invasion, and then maybe 5 hours of multiplayer. So maybe I played it 15 hours for a game that I played like double the price of what I would normally play for a game. Yeah, it didn't really work out that well, did it? But I'm going off of my own personal opinions. I'm going off of the feedback I got from the viewers. Again, full explanation given on the podcast. So I certainly hope you will enjoy it and watch it and give me your feedback. I love feedback. Please leave some.
Okay, Phil, I'm going to give you the feedback that you love so much. First of all, you are full of shit. That's right. You are simply full of shit, Phil. You played the game for 15 hours. Yes, you paid $120. You played 15 hours. It essentially comes out to about 5 streams, right? On average, you probably made $40-50 on each stream. A little bit more, a little bit less, but on average about, let's say, $50, right? 5 streams, that's $250. You more than doubled your money, Phil. So sitting here complaining that you spent $120 and didn't make the money that you expected, Phil, you're just full of shit, okay, Phil? All right? And the other thing is that you were the idiot that decided to buy this game early because you thought you were going to get all of these extra views for day one single player streams. No one cares about the single player, Phil. No one. You make the most stupidest goddamn decisions anyone can ever make. Everyone was telling you, even your chat was saying, don't play single player, play the multiplayer. We're here to see you play multiplayer. Did you do that? No, because you were scared. You were scared that you were going to get beat down just like you did in the beta. And that's exactly what happened. You played multiplayer twice, 1 hour the first time, and then 3 hours the second, and you did horrible. You did horrible. And those 2 reasons, the money and that you look terrible playing the game, are the only 2 reasons why you sent this game to BanWorld. Be fucking honest, Phil. Be honest about it. God, I think that's what irritates me the fucking most, is that you're not honest about it. You spent 45 minutes yesterday on your podcast going on and on and on about why Mortal Kombat is so terrible and why it's not Street Fighter, and how you have the proper justifications to wage quit the game. Why? Why go through all that? Just say you don't want to play it because it's not getting you the views and the money that you want. Okay, Phil? God, why do you have to circle jerk people? I mean, it's just so fucking annoying. And then again, you wonder why people continuously talk about you, criticize you, and make fun of you because it's shit like this. You are known as a beggar, Phil. You are known as Captain E-Beggar. And all you care about is money. You only play games for money. Everyone knows this. Just accept it. It seems like you're the only one that hasn't accepted that truth yet, Phil. Be like OIC and live your truth, okay? Live your truth, Phil. And that is that you are lazy, hobo, e-beggar. That is your truth, Phil. That should be your pronouns. Okay, Phil? God.
Then, you know, more gaming news and some chill Q&A and all of that. And then we got over to DSP Reacts, my React channel for DSP versus the internet. This week, a good mix of stuff, I would say. Man, there was variety. There's a lot of stuff from me, like older gaming videos, some older vlogging and stuff that I had done that people wanted to watch together. Comedy skits, documentary style stuff, countdowns, all kinds of stuff. I would say, argue a good mix. Although this week there were some people posting up stuff that just weren't valid, and I tried to explain today what was going on with that. So I hope that next week we will get more valid nominations. But in general, it was a pretty good show. Just so you guys know, there'll be more React content starting within the next week. I'm actually going to review my first horror movie that I'm going to review for DSP Reacts, probably within the next few days, honestly. And it's going to be the Halloween from 2018. Remember how there's a new Halloween trilogy? So that review should be coming up the next few days over there. And then over the course of October, not only will there be the weekly React show that I do on Sundays, but also there'll be a weekly review of a horror movie and a tier maker of horror movie franchises at some point as well as a random late night stream. So some good stuff coming up in the next month over on DSP Reacts. Anyway.
Okay, so yes, so thank you. Well, let's give a big ups to Derich. That's right, let's say his name, Derich, for creating that tier maker for Phil. I guess ever since Arkham left the farm, he needed someone to actually do some work for him. So the Dent Derich, aka the Coomer, decided to step up and actually is going to create a tier list for him. I'm a little worried. God knows what's going to be on that list. I mean, hopefully he doesn't confuse horror with the Pron. So that may happen, Phil. So be very careful. The other thing too is you're going to be doing reactions to movies, right? Why would you choose Halloween 2018 to react to? That movie wasn't great. That movie wasn't heralded as a great horror movie. It was just another cash grab for the Halloween franchise. That's all it was. If you're going to react to something old, do a classic, Phil. Do the original Halloween, which was great. Or do The Exorcist. The Exorcist is amazing. You could do the original Exorcist, being that a new Exorcist is going to be coming out in October, and you can tie the two together, Phil. You see how easy it is, Phil? God, you must have just scrolled through your HBO Max and saw Halloween 2018 and said, "Oh, Halloween! I'm doing a Halloween theme month special. Let me review that." Just put no thought whatsoever into what you're gonna do, and then when you get no views on it, you'll complain and sit here and say, "Well, nobody cares about my React content, so I'm gonna stop doing it." How about do something pertinent? Do a classic. Do a great horror movie. Don't do something from some random 2018 movie that no one cared about. Anyway,
a fun stream, good variety, enjoyed it. Hope you'll enjoy the videos over the course of the week. If you were there live, thanks. If you are a member, you can watch on demand right now. It's archived on DSP Reacts. Or if you are not a member, the videos will be going live slowly over the course of the week. So hope you'll give it a look. By the way, every single video was demonetized. Every single one. As soon as I uploaded them, not suitable for advertisers. So if you could support the channel in another way, like maybe becoming a member or a tip, that'd be appreciated. Late stream tonight was certainly a surprise. Tonight was a late night Lies of P stream, and the game continues to be great. Headed into another new area of the game. Within I say maybe a half an hour, we found a new weapon. I leveled the weapon up, started using it, really like the new weapon. So it's funny, every stream now I'm getting new weapons that I really like. Also fought several mini bosses, or I guess you could consider some of them bosses, although they're optional. You don't actually have to fight them. And basically beat the entirety of chapter 6, got almost to the very end where the boss is. For a 2-hour stream, it was good progress, although the chapters are definitely getting more challenging and longer. which is why within 2 hours we barely got to the end of the chapter, while previous streams of like 3 hours we got through multiple chapters. So had a great time, and man, support tonight was ridiculous. We got ridiculous amounts of new members. I think it was like something like 70 plus new members from various people. You know, Only Iced Coffee was one of them who gifted a ton, and then there was other people as well. You know, super chats were consistent, and tips, we actually hit, listen to this, we actually hit all the tips goals for the first time in ages. We haven't done that in a very long time. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was something in the air, something in the water. People were really feeling supportive tonight, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. I will also say this. I think I've noticed, if you have noticed, I talked about this in the last week, that YouTube views seem to have had some issues. I think they're fixed. I don't know what fixed them, but just in general today, I was noticing as I was checking my main channel page, and I'm looking and I'm like, the views on Lies of P are going way up for part 1. Like part 1 was stuck around 3,000 views for like 3 days, with getting like maybe 50 views a day. And I was like, wow, I guess, you know, whatever. Within the last 2 days, the views of Lies of P are now at 3,880 and climbing. So obviously something has changed. It's like whatever happened with YouTube views seems to be fixed, which is great. Obviously, I'm telling you, Lies of P is a great playthrough. This game is essentially the best FromSoft game never made by FromSoft, if you know what I mean. Like the Soulsborne kind of knockoff that feels like it could have been made by the originators of the franchise. So I'm loving it. I hope you'll give it a look. At this point now, we're 13 hours in and climbing, and I love it. So please check it out, enjoy it. Let me know what you think. All right. So thank you. I mean, guys, today was a great day. The support was outstanding, and I wasn't really expecting that. Usually, typically, the React day is the slowest day of the week, and it ended up being a really great day. Okay.
Notice what Phil equates to a good day. That's right. Support money. He can be picking up dog poop for the whole day, and if he's getting massive tips for it, he would call it a great day. He would call it meaningful content. That's right. OIShe's disability check cleared. Now, I love, again, this is Phil not being honest with people and causing people to get annoyed. He has to sit here and say, oh, all these people supported and gave tons, and we got tons of memberships by a whole bunch of people, not just OIC. OIC gifted you 70 members, Phil, and 2 other Dents gifted 1 member each. How is that not OIC simply just holding up the stream? And then for tips, how many tips did OIC drop? He dropped over $100 on tips himself. So if it wasn't for OIC trying to own the troves, which is apparently what he's doing, you would have been left with a meh stream. Your typical normal stream, Phil. And that's all this is. OIC, for whatever reason, feels the need to stick it to the trolls and dump all this money into your pockets. Whatever, that's fine. If that's what they deem is meaningful to them, have at it. But you're not owning anyone, OIC. You're just making yourself look like a cuck and an idiot. Really dumping all this money, and for what? The gifted memberships no one renews. So give it another week and Phil's gonna be back down to under 600. What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then? You're gonna sell your house, maybe? Sell your house and have enough money to keep giving Phil gifted memberships for the next 6 months? Is that the plan, OIC? God, yeah, super Dent extraordinaire OIC here. The only interesting thing was, of course, OIC came in and asserted their dominance over Phil and demanded that Phil use her proper pronouns. That's right, folks. So that should be interesting. Every time OIC drops in, it's interesting to hear Phil accidentally call her a him. And of course, his chat is it's filled with a bunch of snowflakes that it'll be World War III in the Dent chat. That's right, folks. People fighting and complaining, saying that Phil misgendered OIC. God. The vortex gets interesting every single day. The more days that has passed, the more interesting this shit show gets. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.